What's up, all of my horror fanatics out there? Welcome back to Late Night Frights. I'm the Late Night Frights horror leader, the J. Sloan or Jordan, back here to do another video for you. And as always, guys, I want to thank everyone for tuning in this evening. Last week we did horror battles, so obviously this week we're doing a theme. And the theme we chose to do for you is one that we have never done here on Late Night Frights. It was actually thought up by All Random Things, and it is a little girl killer theme. And basically what it is, the title pretty much says it all. Everybody on Late Night Frights will be reviewing a horror film this week where the antagonist or the killer of the film is a little girl. So, there's not a big variety. There are a few to choose from in some mainstream films that actually have little girl killers in them. But the one I chose to review is one that I've never seen before up until about an hour ago. And it's not really a full-blown crazy little girl killer like Orphan, Orphan is a different story. But it's not like, she's not human and she's not just a crazy little girl. This is actually about a little girl in the form of a doll. So, yeah. And it's a 1992 film, and it is Dolly Dearest. So, I've owned this for quite a while now, and I never popped it in and watched it, and for this theme, I thought it would be the perfect time to do it. I don't know why I haven't watched it yet. It was like $4, and it was cheap, and just from the description, from the pictures, from everything that I've seen based on this film, it kind of looked like a ripoff of a 1988 film. Most of you horror fans may know what it is, and that's Child's Play. And indeed it was in certain areas, but in other parts it was kind of mixed and spiced up, but most of those parts didn't work. Now, I'm going to dive straight into the review here. So, Dolly Dearest, like I said, came out in 1992. It was written and directed by Maria Elise. It stars Denise Crosby, who's actually a pretty big name. She was in Pet Sematary. She is in The Walking Dead now, as of The Walking Dead Season 4 episode. I think she came in on episode 15 as Mary at Terminus. She's a pretty big name, and it was cool to see her in here. It also had Sam Bottoms and Rip Thorn in it. It had a decent cast. It just felt so cheap, and I'll get to that in a little bit. And it's basically about a girl named Jessica, along with her family, her dad, her mother, her brother. And they're moving to a new location. Her dad is actually opening up a doll factory where he is going to manufacture and sell dolls. And I think that was actually, that was what the occupation was before at that factory. So he's moving into a doll factory, basically. Not moving in, but he's going to this doll factory to try to make some money and try to sell dolls for a living. So he does that. Little girl Jessica finds a doll, and the doll has been possessed by an ancient spirit that is like a centuries-old demon. And I'm trying to think of what demon it actually was. I know it went into detail with it, but basically it's possessed by a demon that wants to get inside of children, and that's the basis of this story. And it kind of progresses, and you get to see the same thing we've seen 100 times in different horror movies. Nobody believes the little girl. Reminder of Andy from Child's Play. Nobody believes the little girl. Later on in the film, she befriends the doll, as Andy does in Child's Play. And the doll is trying to possess her, basically. And people start to see it. Her mother, played by Denise Crosby, starts to see it. Her brother sees it. Her dad soon sees it. That's the basis of this movie, the doll trying to possess the little girl. And we find the reason why. We find out, there is like a crypt nearby the house, or nearby the factory, that an archaeologist has gone into to try to figure out what's in there. And we get to see that kind of tie-in and different things. But overall, the film was just, it felt generic. It really did. Like I said, they spiced some things up. Of course, in Child's Play, if you've never seen Child's Play, I'm going to spoil a little bit for you here. And of course, in Child's Play, Charles Lee Ray was in the doll, and it wasn't like a demon in the doll necessarily trying to possess the child, but Charles Lee Ray wanted Andy's body. So that was the basis of that movie, and this kind of felt similar in different areas. The picture was terrible. I don't know if there's a Blu-ray release of this, but if you're going to watch this movie at all, definitely pick up the Blu-ray if there is one. I don't think there is, but if there is ever a Bluray release available, don't go for this DVD because the PQ was not very good. It was watchable, but it was just not very good. Some of the acting was just underacted and very cheesy. And I don't know who in this film, I don't know a single person in this film, including Denise Crosby, who would be excited for this film or actually have their heart into the role. Maybe the kids because they wanted to be in a horror film. But it was okay. The doll mechanics, when you finally get to see that the doll is, in fact, alive or whatever, trying to possess this girl, very, very, very shitty. And you don't really get to see enough time of the doll in human form or in evil form. It's basically just the doll as an ordinary doll. I mean, you get to see bits and pieces throughout the film, but you don't get to see enough time. And the climax of the movie is not satisfying. I don't know, guys. I was just disappointed with Dolly Dearest. I picked this movie to review for this theme because I'd never seen it, and I thought that I would come out maybe enjoying it somewhat. And to be honest, I didn't enjoy this. No, I actually had little to no enjoyment with this film, and I'm sorry if you were a fan of this film. Just me personally, I've seen it done before, and I just think it was kind of a ripoff of Child's Play. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't the exact same movie, so some people may argue with that. Oh, it was a demonic possession in the doll, and it was kind of, you'll be right on that. It's not the exact same movie, but it does feel very, very similar to Child's Play, and that's one reason why I wasn't that I wasn't invested into the characters. I didn't care what happened to the characters. They didn't seem likable. The brother was okay. Denise Crosby did her best in this film. She did amazing in Pet Sematary. But I don't know, man. It was just underacted, overacted at times, very, very cheesy to a point, and it lacked it lacked in story as well. Whereas Child's Play had a really, really good story that really kept the film up, as well as suspense. The actors, Chris Sarandon in that film as well. So the actors kept Child's Play up, the story kept Child's Play up, and just how real they actually made it. Child's Play takes itself completely 100% seriously. The sequels actually don't that much. The sequels kind of go down as they go along. I really think that that's how the Child's Play sequels go, is as they go down, they get worse and worse and worse. And of course, I haven't seen Curse of Chucky yet. I don't know why, I just haven't seen it yet. But but Dolly Dearest, guys, I'm not going to recommend this one because I just didn't have fun with it myself. And I can't lie and say that I enjoyed it or had a blast with it and recommend it to you guys to go pick it up, because personally I didn't have that fun with this flick. So give it a watch at your own risk. You may like it. We're all different. So if you do like this film, I meant no offense to the fans of this film. I just had to get my opinion out on it. And Dolly Dearest was just a cheap ripoff in my mind, and I just didn't have any enjoyment with it. Dolly Dearest. So guys, I had to get my review out on this film. It was a little too late to switch films. Everybody's already set this week. So after seeing this, I was like, damn, I haven't missed out on much. It just wasn't that enjoyable, guys. But like I said, we all have different opinions. Please respect mine. If you have a disagreement, put it in the comment box below, but do it in a mature and respectful manner. I'm the Jay Sloan. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Tomorrow, All Random Things will have tomorrow, I almost forgot. I'm sorry, guys. Tomorrow, Little Rocker Cutie 2005 will be switching days with All Random Things, so you will see Little Rocker Cutie's video tomorrow and Andrew's video on Thursday. So thank you guys for watching. Comment, subscribe, and as always, guys, keep it horror. Peace.